Sorry.
It's all right, we can cut this out. We can cut you out.
No, yeah, completely.
It can just be me.
This is so weird now. Right, here we go. Hi.
Hello.
And welcome to our podcast.
Lez-Come-Together.
Let's come together. That's right.
I said it right this time.
You did, and it's a new one.
Yeah, because if you listen to the first podcast, well, if you didn't listen to the third podcast, why not? And if you did, we were going to be Lesbianist.
However,
there's already a podcast called Lesbian.
I'm really gutted about this, John.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few, and they're really lovely. Glaswegian lasses talking about being gay.
More northerners. I appear to have a lot of northerners in my life right now, ruining it.
No,
actually, no, not really.
They're doing a fabulous job. Good on them. But they're very, they're young. They're 30s.
Oh gosh.
I feel that's why there's this need. I did a lot of research this week, actually. I've listened to a few pods.
Well done, you, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you? I didn't listen to one, to be honest. I tried week before, and actually I listened to a couple, and 10 minutes in, I was bored. I'm sorry. I was bored, so I'm not finding the right ones.
Exactly.
If you can recommend me a good one.
Well, I found some good ones.
Is it called Lez-Come-Together?
Yes! How did you know?
Well, it's got to be.
But in terms of the ones that actually were gay, I didn't find any for my age group.
No.
Or that I thought were funny.
Yes.
At that age group. The guys there are some really funny ones, but they're just... And very American. Lots of very American.
Yes, American ones I was listening to. And most of them, they were quite young. And they were talking about raunchy stuff and that. And that's great.
Well, I was a little ashamed listening to it. Also, for my poor wife, thinking, oh, you've missed out on all these things that they're doing. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, so you have a wife?
We've already been there.
Yes.
We can come back there. But so I found a very funny one today, actually. 2 middle-aged women, but they're straight. And I felt...
Good for them.
Exactly. But I was like, we need these conversations for gay women. So this 100%. Is what we're doing.
And this is why we're here. And we are still working on our name. We've gone from Lesbianist to Lez-Come-Together. Which
I still think is a bit raunchy because, it's...
Only because I wanted to spell it C-U-M.
And we're not.
Why?
Because this is about let's come together as 2 middle-aged people to talk about the issues for our community and how we, how growing up being gay when we were young was, whether it was in Middle Europe. See, I've learned. I'm educated.
Middle Europe. Yes. You do sound really middle-aged right now. That's me going, yay, let's name this CUM together. No, let's talk. Not even let's talk.
Yeah.
No, Lez-Come Together.
Right.
With C-O-M-E is absolutely fine.
Right.
As long as we got the Les in there.
Exactly. So it's still
a work in progress.
For our community. Also for people who want to just be more appreciative of our community and what it would be like if you had a daughter or a niece, a nephew that might be deciding to be gay, straight, whatever in the future. Anyway.
And let's be honest. Sorry, I'm going back to our old name because I really did love it. But let's be honest. There's a lot more young people coming out every day. Like, I don't know whether it's because I work around, especially with young people.
Yeah.
Being a youth worker, working with LGBT young group, and always more and more coming in. But it's a good thing. Kids are a lot more, brave to come out these days.
Accepting. So it's funny. That fits in really well with what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So we'd said that we would talk this episode about L. So let's talk about L. We're working through the alphabet and we were going to do L for lesbian coming out and our stories. But I actually was thinking about, before I was even able to come out, which was, 25, quite late, I think, and not that at work, I was even 30 odd. Before I came out, I had to come in. And what that meant is I had to accept myself. That was a big journey. So I think we should even talk about that.
Wow, that's, that's a new one to me. I don't think, maybe when you talk about it, I'll understand what you mean.
Well, the reason so what I'm saying there is, you talked about there's many more young people that are joining these youth things.
Yeah.
To be able to join that, you have to be able to almost accept the label inside.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I was young, that was a real trip. I had a group of friends that we were all kind of gay, but we didn't even say it to each other, and yet we kind of knew we were. But it was relationships happening that people didn't know about, and people lying because we were just all a bit ashamed.
I guess you're right. I think, I've been there, I think that, I had a group of friends that maybe some of them were gay, but we never talked about it. We kind of just, I don't know, winked at each other.
Is there a lesbian wink that I don't know about?
Yeah, both eyes. Really fast.
I think that means you're just squinting, doesn't it?
No, I have no idea if there is, but yeah, I think, okay, I'm getting there, yeah.
Okay, so that I guess that would be where I think we should start. But when we're doing an L, we probably need to also start with the abbreviation for the community. So the LGBTQIA plus community.
Very good. You said it all in one without a mistake. That's not bad for a dyslexic.
Exactly. And I had to look to the sky so I could concentrate. But I struggle a bit getting those initials right.
Yeah, like when we briefly spoke about this, I told you I don't actually struggle. I tend to picture it written on a board in front of me, and I just go LGBTQIA plus. But I probably missed one now.
No, you got it right. But is it okay for people who are listening to this, is it okay, A, to get it wrong, or B, just to say LGBT?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's okay to get it wrong.
Okay.
Right?
Because you're trying.
Yeah. And it is a lot of letters together, and, there could be dyslexic people, and they struggle with it.
What about missing out the QIA plus?
I think that's also okay. As long as we never miss T, because that at the moment is a huge problem.
Right, so maybe we go through the letters.
Yes.
So L...
for lesbian.
B...
gay.
What? Oh, who's dyslexic?
Oh my god, that's gold. I just said what I knew was the next. It's G.
It's L. Oh, I got it wrong.
Yes, you did.
Oh, it's not you at all.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's okay to get it wrong, people. Demonstrated live.
We'll try again.
Right, so...
Shall I do the letters?
Yeah.
All right, L
is lesbian.
G
is gay.
B
is bisexual.
T.
Trans.
Yes.
And it's transgender, not transsexual.
Correct.
And that's, again, they changed the name, and it's important because people find the oh my god. Which name do they find offensive?
Well, transsexual.
Transsexual, okay. So
definitely transvestite.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, that's
trans, just keep it
trans. It's trans.
Right.
Transgender. So we've got LGBT, we've got that far. Right.
Okay, and transgender is somebody who changes their sex to be changes what they were born. They don't identify as how they were born, so they actually. Oh, and they don't have to change it, do they? They can still be trans and not actually do any of the drugs or anything.
Yes, so there's different way of transitioning.
Yeah.
You can transition socially only.
Right.
Or you can physically transition.
So socially means you present as how you identify.
Exactly. So it could be someone that was born a male,
yeah,
but presenting as a female, and they identify as a female. Doesn't mean they had to have any kind of surgery
or take any kind of hormones. Thank you. Okay, and what I've learned is when I've met some trans people, they are very happy as long as you want to be educated. So if you're asking questions to educate, no problem. If you're asking questions because you're trying to, take the piss and it's not respectful, or
of course, like we don't want anyone taking the piss.
And have anyone.
It's not about questions. If you don't understand and you want to learn, that's really important.
Okay, so we got to T. You're going to have to do the next letter.
Q, darling.
Q for queer.
Oh, well done. Yeah.
And queer is anybody who is gay or lesbian or trans.
Correct, yeah. Anyone within the LGBT community, if they want to call themselves queer. Not everyone is happy with that name. I think we touched on that in the first episode.
Right.
But, most of us, are quite happy to be.
I think we've reclaimed the slur that was queer.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
What was I going to say?
Slut.
We've reclaimed slut. No. Just because you're queer doesn't make you a slut. I mean, maybe some of the people you've been out with.
Oh, wow. Let's not talk about my wife like this. I've just come out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm married and I'm a lesbian and I have a wife.
I think we did that last episode.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'll do it again.
Okay.
Well, because actually, don't you feel, Jo, that as a gay woman,
Yep.
You come out every day.
This is one of the topics that straight people don't understand.
You don't. And you do as soon as you start talking to someone and they start asking you questions that could be personal about your partner, you're coming out to them because, you know, I'm not going to lie and start talking about a husband when actually I've got a wife at home.
And you know what? Almost making it so obvious at the beginning of the conversation avoids anything awkward later on. Like, you know, people are like, we don't need to come out. And you're like, well, no. And I've tried that.
Mm-hmm.
Stay really, like, neutral. And then suddenly a question comes that you're like, now it looks like it's weird. I've not talked about it for the last 10 minutes when you've asked me loads of questions and I've just been neutral. And now I have to come out with a big come out.
Yeah.
So I normally sort of meet people and go, hi, I'm Jo, I've got a wife. No, I don't. I promise I don't.
Do you not?
No, but
I think you should.
But if they ask me anything personal, quite quickly I go, my wife, my son, and it's just done. It's much easier.
But not everyone is as confident as we are, you know?
And it's only from doing it that I've learned how much easier it is than the other way, which is I just won't tell them, and it's so hard work.
In fact, I have a friend who's a male and he's gay. I won't use any names.
Bob.
He struggles with this, especially at work. He works with different people. I won't even say what job it is because he might not identify them. Bob, yeah. He's Bob.
Anybody
who's
who's in the closet, we're going to call Bob for now.
Yes, but, you know, he does a job that is quite...
male-orientated?
No, but it's quite personal. So he deals with different people. They come to him. And
he's a gynaecologist. Oh no, because that woman, they probably would prefer him being gay.
Not many men go to gynecologists, but some do.
Yeah, come on.
There you go.
Stop being so sexist. Anyway, he has a job where he might be working with men, and they might be uncomfortable if he comes out to
them. So he often, doesn't or makes up a wife, but then he has to remember what kind of wife he made up to them. Yeah,
that's so hard work.
And I don't blame him because it can be really hard, especially for gay men. I don't know why.
So I have friends that are teachers and PE teachers, female PE teachers. In fact, most gay women, that's one of the careers they consider. Anyway, lots of them at my age are not out because of the whole idea that a gay woman being in a female changing room with girls would be a topic. And that's the topic. That's paedophilia. That's not gay. And this is the problem, that we have our own shackles, our own shames and visions, and it's still there.
Shame, isn't it? In a way, it does make me angry, and sometimes I just want to say, just be yourself. Please do come out, but you can't force anyone. You've got to do it in your own sweet time. And as friends, we can support each other and help you through it. And
but you're right. You have to wait. You have to come in before you can come out. And it has to be that you are comfortable with all of those conversations, whatever they turn out to be. Anybody's rejection, you have to be comfortable with.
Yeah. So how did you come in? So what do you mean when you say you came in?
I had to get comfortable with the fact that it really was a gay woman. So I'll give you an example. So when I was probably like 9... I remember my sister having a pretty hot friend who came and did some babysitting for me. My sister's 6 years older than me. So,
oh my God.
And she came in and she was babysitting for me, and she happened to be talking about her boyfriend, and, it was very innocent, I'm sure. Just, we've been kissing. But I remember being like, quite turned on by this. So at that age, I thought, oh, that's weird because it's a woman talking about this. I mean, obviously nothing happened at all, but I felt I might be quite attracted to her, bit
at the age
crush.
of 9?
Yeah, I think, maybe. I wasn't at secondary school, and I went to secondary school at 12. So between 9 and 12. I can't be clear, because I can't remember yesterday, let alone then.
Yeah, middle-aged.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. Yeah. So anyway, then my mum used to say to me that when she was young, she had lots of crushes on girls, and that was normal.
Your mum?
My mum.
Wow.
She still says it. She had friends that she had crushes on.
Is she happy with you sharing this?
Oh, yeah. But my mum had a very happy marriage for 60 years with my dad, so I don't ever think she was wrongly in a wrong relationship. But I do think straight women have crushes on women.
100%. Yes.
Strong women, we should all admire them, have crushes on them if we're attracted. That's fine. But it confused me, because I'm like, am I just attracted to strong women? And so I had to go out and kiss a lot of male frogs.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and I just,
Ew.
But I did learn a new term last week when listening to these podcasts.
Okay.
I'm a gold star lesbian. Do you know what that is?
I know what a gold star gay men is. I'm not sure. So you came out of a...
No, it means I've never had a sexual relationship with a man.
I don't think that gives you gold star.
Really? All this time? Well, I only learnt it last week, but for a week I've been feeling like a gold star lesbian, and you're telling me that...
I think it... Okay, you might be still. Hang on.
Okay. She's taking my gold star.
Let me just get this straight. It was something about gay men.
Yeah.
A gold star.
Yeah.
If they were born by a cesarean, so never came anywhere near vagina. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Never had sex with...
Okay, so this is on the same ballpark I'm talking about, but the other way.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, you might be a gold star.
You're giving... I mean, I promise you, I was not born by my father.
Forget, we're talking... Yes. No, it did not come out with you.
No.
You didn't come out with...
No, let's leave it. So yeah.
Okay, so you're a gold star because you were only ever around...
Yeah, I mean, I snogged men and it was just orcs.
But you never had sex with...
A man? No.
Very good. Well done.
But I got myself into some situations. So at university, I was kind of seeing somebody, a woman, but it was... The confusion meant we were dating other people at the same time. Men. Because we were trying to work out whether we were straight or gay. And that's so fucked up, isn't it?
No, I did the same. I think we all done the same. I had a friend who... We went out together and we kind of knew that we kind of like each other, but we both came back with the boys and...
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? See, it wouldn't happen today because you just wouldn't do that. And I didn't want to be with any guys.
No, I don't think I did, but it was... Yeah.
It was expected of you.
Was it? Yeah, maybe.
See, the coming in. So I had to get through those awkward situations, and at one point, like, again, weird situation, there was a girl I really fancied, I'm like 18, she's 17, to spend time with her, I was kind of hanging around with her friends, and they all came over to mine for a sleepover, and we were doing like massages on the shoulders, and I was so excited. Anyway,
I've got a really tight knot here, by the way.
Come in.
Okay.
But then lights went out. Someone tried to kiss me, but it wasn't the one the girl I liked. It was another girl from the group.
Oh, no way.
And it really freaked me out because I wasn't attracted to her and I felt really repulsed.
Oh my gosh.
That put me back in the closet.
I hope she never listens to this.
I really hope she doesn't listen to this.
Let's not mention any names.
Let's not. Bobina.
We've got Bob and we've got Bobina. Wow.
But so it put me back about 2 years, I reckon.
You were actually repulsed by
because I was...
a woman kissing you.
Yeah, because
Oh, Jo, you are so weird, darling.
I think I'd be okay now.
I don't think she's coming to kiss you. And if she has, Vicky might have something to say about it. Vicky's the wife, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're allowed to.
How many times do we have to talk about our wives? I mean, for God's sake.
Aren't you proud to have a wife?
Yes,
yeah.
Very proud.
We have both gone through this, coming in, coming out, perhaps not going back in.
No.
But taking a long time to get to a point where actually we're comfortable, or I was comfortable in my life to actually be with someone and committed enough to actually marry them. And it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. So, yeah, I like talking about it. Sorry, I say too much.
No, but that's great.
Yeah.
And I honestly... There was a point where I came out of a relationship because I was desperate to be young, free, single, and jump onto that scene. And honestly... I was so disappointed, and I was desperate to be back into a long-term relationship because I just love the fact when you go home to someone and they just get you and you can just chat about anything and it's okay when you're not entertaining, which happens a lot. I'm not... So yeah, I agree with you. I love being married to my wife and the ups and downs that come making a relationship work.
So how long have you been married?
10 years.
Okay, that's
No, 14.
Oh, shit.
I know I was going to get it wrong.
We will edit this out, don't worry. Before anybody...
I got married in 2010, and that's what made me say 10. But it's 14, because it's 2024. Oh,
yes.
Phew. And how about you?
But how long have you been together? Sorry.
We got together in 2005, so 20 years.
Wow, see, that's a long time. For me, it's still quite fresh. I've only been married a year.
I know. I was at the wedding.
1 year anniversary last week. But we have been together for,
How long?
10 plus.
See, it did take time to commit, didn't it?
Exactly. About 11 years. Maybe 12 now. I don't know. We've been married a year. I know that.
It's good. It's good.
So it's still really fresh to me and I love talking about it.
Yeah.
I have a wife.
No, do you? You didn't mention it.
Oh, no, sorry.
So what about you? Did you have any of this sort of self-acceptance type topic?
I have no idea how it all happened, really, because I thought I tried boyfriends, and I had a couple of boyfriends in primary school, definitely.
That doesn't count. There was little Johnny, and we held hands, and we skipped down a
And
hole.
it was really exciting, so I thought I was into boys. And then I did have a boyfriend at the age of 13 or 14, I think. And I think I was really in love with him.
Wow, confusing.
Yeah. And I think
And this is in Slovakia.
in Slovakia. So remember, I come from Slovakia, a very communist country. I mean, by the time I was 14, it was post-communist because that all fell around when I was about 10. But things didn't just change. You know, you live in a communist country, everything's really strict. You can't even leave the country, never mind coming out. Like, gay people just don't exist.
Yeah, there is no role models.
You do not talk about this. Do you know what I mean? Give you an example, Martina Navratilova, and I'm really hating the fact I'm talking about her right now because, and we'll come back to that, she is not in my good books and I cannot stand.
How come not? What? Whoa.
No,
you have just alienated everybody who was in our audience. Martina Navratilova was the only positive gay figure in the UK, like, gay scene.
Oh, Jo.
In the 80s. That I had nobody else.
You haven't done your research, have you?
Why?
Okay, so if you want to talk about it, fine. So I did have a massive crush on her. She was my absolute biggest idol. Absolutely loved her, adored her. I would get up in the middle of the night to watch US Open because it would be on a stupid time at night. And I would worship the ground she was walking on.
Yeah, me too.
It was my biggest dream ever to come to UK, go to Wimbledon and meet Martina. Biggest dream ever. And that happened. And I stood there and I've got a fabulous picture with her, like, kind of...
Oh, I hate you. I'm so jealous.
Did you not know this?
No.
Wow, we never spoke about this. I have a fabulous photo. I had a chat with her. It was the best day ever. I was about 19. And I loved her. She is extremely transphobic.
Oh, okay. No, and I agree with you right now. Whenever I see the comments, it's a really difficult conversation, this one, about women's safe spaces, etc. But I do agree with you. There are certain people who are out there who have pushed it to a point where they are transphobic. So Martina and the other one, it's the Rowley, what's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they're spreading hate. And I know that Martina's trying to talk about sport and she's fighting all this and safe spaces. But if you look at her Twitter and stuff she posts, it is really quite bad. And I can't associate with it. I really don't like her right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, absolutely. But I can't take away that was a really important time for me to have a role model who was prepared to be out.
Yeah.
Her and Billie Jean King, I think, were the only people I knew that were gay.
She's helped us a lot. Of course she did. And we can't forget that. And we won't. I mean, I remember my mum, and going back to my coming out story, I thought all the time, my mum must have known because she would, like, buy me magazines with Martina. And of course she knew she was gay. And she would leave me little articles lying around. And she supported the fact that I adored Martina. So I thought, surely she knows I'm gay. Was never brave enough to come out to her. Until I was 30. It was nearly 30 when I finally did come out to her and my dad. And actually I thought she'll be fine. Dad will go absolutely mental. It was complete opposite.
Really?
Dad was kind of okay. My mum did not speak to me for a week. And I thought she knew. I was like, mother. Yeah, that was really tough. But I think that's why I left the country. I left Slovakia at 18, came and lived here. And as soon as I come here, flags were
flying.
and I was.
Where did you come to? London?
Woking, actually.
Okay, so we're quite close to London.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first.
And this was a really, because obviously I was never here, Woking, where we now live, when I was really being an active gay woman. So Woking did have an active scene. You could be out in Woking.
Well, I did have friends and girlfriends, I suppose, but there wasn't any gay places as such. You just
So
went
how
out.
did you meet these people?
Oh, they were au pairs like I was.
We were all looking after other people's children.
Yeah, by looking after each other. That was great.
Okay, so were most of them doing the same sort of from abroad, escaping their parents that didn't accept their sexuality potentially and coming?
No, to be honest, most of them were straight.
So that's
straight.
So Jana's done the air quotes straight. So that's the other topic that we have, being at the age we are, is most of the people we've probably gone out with were straight with our air quotes because no one was outwardly gay. So you would have to take a chance that you got enough signals to sort of say, I think I can probably go forward with this. And yeah, it was a pretty scary time.
It was, but I just had fun with it. I mean, I think deep down I already knew when I was here, well, I definitely knew I'm a lesbian.
Right.
That I'm attracted to, although I did end up having a relationship with a man or whatever. Nothing too serious, but I had a couple of boyfriends, let's say.
Still trying to work it out?
No.
Was that part of why you had a relationship with men at that time? Was it still trying to work it out, or was it that you actually had feelings for them?
No feelings. Other than that one boyfriend that then broke my heart.
At 12, 13.
14,
Oh, okay.
14 maybe. And after that, it was just girls, to be honest.
Right.
And I knew, he didn't really break my heart. I just felt a bit...
So why, when you were here, did you go out with boys at all? Why bother?
Oh, I didn't really go out. Didn't date them.
Oh, okay. Oh! Right, let's quickly move on. What else did we have to talk about? We haven't done the rest of the initials. That's phew.
Wow, thank you. Oh, we can edit this out. No, this makes me... If you're not going to edit this is going to make me sound bad. I wasn't a...
No, but you were still finding yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't even to do stuff with them. It was that thing where I had a friend who I kind of fancied, and we both went out together. She came home with the boy, and I came out with the other boy, and they in one room and me in the other room, and mostly chatting, to be honest, because I've got a man here now. What am I going to do? I'm not really attracted to him, but you kind of
You felt like you kind of had to if you went out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, do you know what? Let's rewind. Let's not even talk about it.
Okay, but we haven't done the rest of the initials.
I.
LGBTQ. I is intersexual.
Very good. Intersex, yeah.
Intersex,
yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, the people who are born with potentially both female and male organs.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So there used to be another name for that, didn't there? Is that the name that's insulting?
You can.
I can't remember what it is.
I can't say.
I can't.
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah, that word. It's insulting, so we won't say it.
I have no idea
how to say it.
You're so not educated on this, but yes, that.
So that
started with H. It's intersex, and it is people who can be born with both female and male parts, and it could be
genitalia.
It could be genitalia, but it could be that your genitalia on the outside actually is male, so you have a penis, but your internal organs could be female, I believe.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
I'm sure, because if that's not true, then the friend who actually I knew, we're no longer friends. Oh. Not because of that.
You fell out over the inside.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what they had. They had male genitalia, but actually had
a womb inside. Interesting. Okay, so that's the I. A.
Yeah.
Asexual.
Very good.
And that
Are you?
No, because I think that means you're not attracted to anybody. No?
Not necessarily, no. You could be attracted romantically.
Right.
To anyone.
But you don't want to have sex with anyone.
Correct.
Okay, so I recently hugged somebody at work, because I hug everybody, because I always think,
You didn't hug me today.
Oh, did I not? No. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. Come here. Aww. So I hug everybody. So I hugged somebody at work, and thank you very much. And she said to me, I don't hug. And
Okay.
she's in our community and she said, I'm asexual.
Okay.
No, what was the word? Yeah, and don't like being touched. And I said, fine, thank you so much for telling me. I will not do that again. And she was fine, but I learned that.
Interesting, because I didn't think asexual people had problem with the touch.
No, and probably they don't, generally, but that was her topic.
Yeah.
She said, this is how I identify, asexual, and I don't like people to touch me. And I went, fine, thank you for helping me understand that. Because if you just say, don't touch me, I probably would think, oh, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
We've been on loads of like LGBTIAQ plus calls, and you don't want me to touch you, that's a bit harsh, I'm only giving you a hug. But she explained that that's how she identifies and she doesn't like it.
And that's fair, and we've got to respect that. Right?
Yeah.
I've known people that don't like to hug, they're just not huggers, don't like to be touched, like their personal space, and that's fine.
Yeah.
In fact, I really like my personal space, and you just came into it.
Sorry about that.
I think I asked for it.
Yeah, you know.
You need to hug me today.
Can you tell me a bit about the plus?
Oh, plus, that's anybody else.
Oh, it's saying
wants
you're
to join the
included.
party.
Okay, so my wife likes the P for pansexual, but that's not in the... And what that means is that you don't want to label yourself bi, because it's not like you're attracted to both. What it is, you're attracted to the person you fall in love with. And you're not going to say what that is until you've met them and decided that you are attracted to them.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
You'd hope so if I married her.
Yes. Very good. Very impressive. Yeah, I mean, imagine if there's a lot more people within the LGBT community that identify in different ways, and I can't think of any of them.
Well, cis and but
no, that's not. Okay,
I'm confusing.
That's different. Yes.
Okay, that's another whole alphabet.
Being cisgender, and it's all it is that you identify with the gender you were born with. That's all it is.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're part of the LGBT.
No, so but there's like statistically 98% of people would be cis then, because there's, but I don't, when I say that, the statistics don't help us, because obviously most people that we don't have facts that we can rely on, because most people either are not yet ready to say, or anyway. So cisgender means you identify how you were born. So like, just because I'm a lesbian, I'm still happy to say I'm a woman. So my pronouns are she, her.
And you are cisgender.
But that's the whole idea, isn't it, of the pronouns, is to tell people whether you're cis or non-binary. And non-binary means you don't identify as either male or female.
They, them.
They, them. Okay.
But we both cisgendered.
Yes.
I identify with how I was born, which was female.
Yeah.
I am she, her. And
Me
I believe,
too.
So are you. There you go. We smashed it.
We have.
But I think going back to the LGBTQIA+, imagine if you start adding letters, more letters. Yeah, I think the straight heterosexual community already struggles with what we've got and what they have. And we've said this before, being gay for so many years, even I struggle, and I'm sure you struggle with all the things that are changing all the time.
And
that's why we say, it's okay to get it wrong, but just go to Google it, try to learn, educate yourself, because it's the only way.
Exactly, and ask questions. But I do think sometimes the youth, or there are some people that can be a bit militant if you get it wrong.
Yes.
And try and almost bash you with,
Yes, the young generation these days, they take it very seriously. And that's fine.
Yeah, good for them.
But I have...
Leave me alone.
Yes. I have spoken to people before when I said, look, okay, you just take a step back. We've been here a long time, and we've had some fights within community, try to prove who we are and that to be accepted. And it's great that you want to do the same, but you have also got to be respectful of your LGBT community, but the straight community as well, and maybe just take it a little bit slower, because it's a lot. It's a lot to take in for us.
There's a lot of
Imagine the
initials.
straight people.
You might be getting one
Initials.
wrong. That's okay.
And knowledge. There is a lot out there, and it's a lot to learn. And some people are just slow, you know.
Or dyslexic.
Or dyslexic.
LB.
Yes.
But
The worst thing is you said B and I said gay. Oh, God,
But-
smashed it.
I completely agree with you. So, you know, when we were younger, our fights were really, you know, I had a friend who, her and her girlfriend, their house got egged by the local kids because they were that gay lesbian couple. You know, and she was cleaning off the egg, and the mum walked past with the kids, went, "What happened to your house?" And she went, "Ask your son." And she was like, "You back home." You know, and those were the things we were fighting for. The fact someone might say LBGT, you know, that's not something to fight for. That's no, it's actually the other way. That sounds to something else. You know, if you use the wrong term, like transvestite. Well, I don't know about that one. Anyway, let's move on. But it's still.
You're hilarious.
We've got to be respectful and give people the time to get their heads around this. And
Absolutely.
not passion.
There's a lot to learn, definitely.
Isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I feel I should start again.
I know, me too.
Anyway, how long? Oh gosh, this is
36 minutes.
So this is another wrap.
This is another wrap. Shall we just end it right here?
Should we wrap? Do you think?
Wrap.
It's the end of the. No, okay. Let's not do that.
Cut.
So thank you so much again for
Thank you
listening
for
to us.
listening.
We think we're called Lez-Come-Together.
Let's come together.
Maybe a new name on the next pod.
And came together we did.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. Thanks for
Oh,
Till
yeah.
next time.
Till next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.